She's here twice.
She was on here twice. Now she's just on here once. Okay. So everybody, welcome to our continuation of the GC Revival. I hope that you found a lot of value in last week's call. I think personally that it went off pretty good. It lasted just a touch longer than we wanted it to. But I felt like there was a lot of value in that call. We are going to try and keep it shorter tonight. So we've discussed making our points and moving along, not digging a hole. But tonight's episode of GC Revival is called Roadmap to Success. And a lot of times when people think about their roadmap to success, they think about all of the actionable items that they have to do in order to be successful. But the biggest thing that we often have stand in our way when we are trying to walk down that roadmap of success is quite simply ourselves. The biggest issue is us and ourselves and the way that we think and the mindset that we're in. So I just want you to think for a minute, and I'm going to kind of walk through some things with you. But one of the biggest objections that I always hear is I'm too busy. Who's heard someone tell them that they are too busy to do this business? Yeah, that's pretty much everybody, right? So I'm going to tell you this not to toot my own horn, but to give you an example of every reason to say, I am too busy. Okay. I am a married woman, 21 years coming up in February. So in a couple of weeks. My husband and I own and operate a family business that his parents started back in 1968. We run a nursery, landscape, and sod farm business. That entails a 40-acre working nursery. That is, we have about 6 landscape crews, 2 lawn maintenance crews, about 40 employees underneath of our total umbrella. We've got about 225 acres in sod, and are continuing to grow. So, I've also got 2 boys. One's 15, one is 11. The 15-year-old plays paintball, which we tried real hard not to get into a sport that was all year long and dove right straight headfirst into a sport that is all year long. And then my youngest son is playing basketball. So of course it's basketball season. The winter is our not busy season. And with that being said, I haven't worked a full week in January yet because we haven't been here for one reason or another for this business or that business. We did take a family vacation, but we left 3 days worth of snow to go to 3 days more snow, to go snowboarding. But we literally plowed snow and dealt with snow here at the nursery and at all of our commercial properties for 3 days. Again, just to give you a little bit about what that looks like, the night that it snowed, Tuesday night, 10:30 at night, me and my 2 sons were outside in the nursery beating snow off of greenhouses. That night at 2:30 in the morning, so Wednesday morning, I was back out beating off greenhouses, getting snow off of them to make sure that they didn't collapse. Philip was up at 4 o'clock in the morning and did not come back to the house until about 7:30, 8 o'clock at night because they plowed snow all day. And then he got up the next day and did it all over again. These are all reasons why I could have said no. Okay. I could easily sit there and say, my kids are in sports. I don't have times on the weekends to do anything else. I could easily say I work a full-time job. I don't have any time for anything else. Also, last year, I was a part of a fundraising event called Dancing Stars of Onslow County, where I had to literally spend time learning dances and fundraising on top of everything else that I was doing. And for some reason, in the middle of all this, year before last, I decided I was going to start a hat making business because I didn't have anything else to do. So when I tell you that I am the epitome of someone who can say, I don't have the time but somehow I find the time and I make the time. Whatever you want to put into this is whatever you're going to get out of it. Okay. So, whether that's 15, 30 minutes a day, an hour a day, 5 hours a week, however that breaks down for you. But guys, I promise you, there are ways to find a way to fit this into your schedule to make it work to the benefit of you, your family, your customers, and everybody else out there, your teammates. And when they see you showing up on a daily basis, it doesn't have to be for hours. They just see you showing up. Okay, that's it. I mean, honestly, just sit there and think, how long does it take for you to share a story on your stories in Instagram? It takes 5 minutes, at the best. Just share your life. That's it. Just be present. Just show up. Um, we're going to kind of cover all these things about different objections people have, why they don't want to do this, why they aren't successful. But I want you to think back on your own business and what got you stuck, what prevented you from being able to move forward, and really think about that. Was it because you thought that you weren't good on social media? Nobody is when they start, especially, I mean, I come from the era of Facebook. You had to have a college email address to even be allowed on Facebook, if that tells you how old I am. So we all were bad at social media at one point or another, okay? You don't know enough people. Your family, your family's not going to buy from you, or they're not buying from you. If you think that your friends and your family are going to be the people who float your business, then you're already setting yourself up for failure. Do you open a restaurant based off of the fact that you have your mom's side of the family and your dad's side of the family? You have, maybe 15 people on either side of that. Half of them live out of the town, and you're going to start a business based off of your family? No. You're not going to start a business based off of 30 people. You're going to start a business based off of the fact that you have unlimited, untapped potential out there. And that's what every single one of us literally have. We had untapped potential before social media. With social media, we literally have untapped potential. There's no way that you've blown through your entire market, because there are people out there that you don't even know about yet. So go talk to those people. Your network is too small. Same situation. We literally are able to touch people everywhere across this nation and across this world with ease of use through social media. So your network isn't too small. You're just thinking too small. You're thinking that your network is too small. Quit thinking and creating that tiny network in your head. Think outside of that. No one is interested in hemp wellness. Well, I can tell you what, I was never interested in an iPhone because I had a BlackBerry. But until they started advertising the iPhone and telling me how cool it was and all the things that it could do and how it was going to improve my life, I didn't know I needed it. So if you're not out there telling people how hemp wellness products are going to improve their lives and why they need this, then they're not going to pay any attention to it. That's the education piece. You've got to explain to people why this is important, why this is going to change their life. You didn't know how to be successful or navigate those objections about price or products. Guess what? We got something big coming for you that's going to tell you exactly how to navigate all those objections. Price objections, I don't have the time objections, all of those things. But guys, that's just an opportunity for you to know and understand the ignorance that they have behind what we are talking about. And I don't mean that in a bad way, but if they are giving you an objection, they are literally giving you the answer to the question in which you need to answer. Okay? People didn't know the difference between hemp and marijuana. Again, what's your job? We're talking about hemp wellness. That's your job. That is what you are here to do. You are here to educate them and explain to them that these are not the same thing. It is up to you to tell them the difference. You didn't have enough time. Enough said. Already passed that one. Everybody's got enough time. It depends on what you're going to do with it. You didn't have any support. Look on this screen. We've got 5, 10, 15, 23 people on this call right now that would love to show you support. There are plenty of people that aren't on this call right now that would love to show you support. The support is there. You have to go ask for it. I once told someone this: I will do all the things all day long that you ask me to do. But in the interest that my mom used to tell me that I don't invite myself over to somebody's house, that they need to invite me first, it's the same situation. Did anybody's parents ever tell them that? Don't invite yourself over to your friend's house? Yes? Okay. So you know exactly what I'm talking about. I don't go unless I'm invited. Okay? So if you don't ask someone to help you, they might not always offer the help because they are assuming that you already know what you're doing. It's just like the teacher in algebra class. There's no stupid questions, but I don't know if you've got a question, whether it's stupid or not, until you raise your hand and ask me. So raise your hand and ask somebody. The support is here. You just need to ask for it. Put in the chat, I want you to just take a couple of seconds and put in the chat, think back on your GC career and tell me what was the thing that really held you back from moving forward. What was the thing that you believed that was holding you back? I'm going to wait because I do want y'all to type these in. Fear of what others would think. That's a big one. Time. Being misunderstood. Time commitment. Your move, so moving to a different state. Poor self-confidence. Wasn't sure recommend. Fatigue. Hey, Danielle, have you ever used CBD for fatigue? I hear it works really good. Confidence in my ability, time knowledge, rejection, starting a new career, saturated market. Oh my gosh, Jenna, that's a good one because everybody sees CBD on the corner of the road on every road that we turn on, and they think the market's saturated. It is saturated. It's just saturated with crap. Okay, so just keep that in mind. It's saturated with product that stinks, and we need to educate people on that and continue to saturate the market with good quality products, and that's what we have. No one fails in network marketing. They simply gave up way too soon. Network marketing is a skill, and I have yet to see a single community college or high school program or general university or college offer a program in network marketing. Okay. So this is a learned skill for all of us. If you haven't been in network marketing yet, it's okay. You're just going to have to take some time to learn the skill. We all had to learn the skill of network marketing when we first came in this. And a lot of us really didn't know where to go for training, but now we've got so many tools out there that, you know, it's, I don't want to say it's impossible not to see something, because if you're not in that right algorithm, I think that at this point, my algorithm is saturated with network marketing skills and tools and things like that. But you know, I crafted that. I looked for it. You got to go find it. Just like anything else, if you need the education, you got to go find it. Google is your friend, and so are we, quite honestly. And I think it's Dawn's turn. Where'd Dawn go?
Such a like calm segue there, Meredith. Nice job.
Sorry. I mean,
Dawn's there. There she is.
Nope.
there's
It was going to be Reagan, but I can go. That's fine.
Oh no, let Reagan go real quick. Let Reagan go. She's
Hi. Okay. I thought that was the correct order, but I didn't know if something was changed. So, this is actually a really good segue because Meredith has kind of already covered a little bit of social media and the importance of social media. I can tell y'all, I know that I've mentioned y'all, I have been in network marketing in 11 years and like full stop, same. Didn't know what I was doing, but I was willing to get in the trenches and learn. And I think that is where it's at, is literally, you know, when you're learning a new skill and learning something new, you ask all the questions. And I remember kind of thinking back and reflecting on when I got started in this in 2014, like in network marketing, I thought to myself, how can I cast a wide net? Well, how can we cast a wide net? Social media. And I think, to each his own. Some people love it, some people hate it. I absolutely love it. Well, actually, I take that back. It's kind of a love hate. Sometimes I have to take a little bit of a break. Oh my gosh, that rhymed. Um, sorry. Sorry, bless my heart tonight, y'all. It's just been a weekend. But so this kind of leads me into social media can be really, really fun, but it's also a great way to really brand yourself because at the end of the day, you are not going out and necessarily, you are sharing Green Compass, but they are choosing to purchase from you because they're buying your brand. And so, a great way to kind of establish yourself and show people that you're open for business is by casting a wide net and posting on social media, whether it's Facebook's your jam or Instagram is your jam. I remember a while back I did a training with my former company about basically always staying within like a theme. So for me, like basically having 5 different themes or 3 different themes that you focus on. So for me, I will give you an example, and this can be something that you can really take time after this call to kind of think about. And I always stay within these themes on my social media. For me, it's about my faith, about Jesus, keeping it real, being authentic, Green Compass, obviously educating people, style, because I love fashion. I used to feel like I don't these days. I'm always in sweatpants, but whatever, you do you. And my dog, I should say family, but I think I talk more about Rip than I do anybody. So it's okay. It's fine. But that's just like where it's at. But like, I also have to keep thinking to myself, and as I was crafting this today, I was thinking about this came to me. Um, we need to create and connect more than we consume. And I think that's a really, really big deal because nowadays we're so caught up as women, especially, and maybe as men too, um, kind of comparing ourselves. We have to make the decision to stay in our own lane and realize that there's only one you. There's only one you. There's only one you that has a unique, authentic story. And so that's amazing because you can kind of connect with people. And I'm just going to kind of wrap it up because I know they wanted me to keep it short, 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 short. But another thing is like stop trying to sell a product. When we go online, don't do that. Please, please, please. Listen, I will say this, I would rather you imperfectly execute something than take no action at all. So imperfection is so much better than perfection any day of the week because it shows who you are and people can connect and people can relate. But stop trying to sell a product. Just show up, be consistent, and share with them how you incorporate maybe a product in your life. For example, maybe you have a picture of holding jellies or your hand holding a jellies in your story, and you're like, I needed this all the calm today. And I needed all the calm in the car line, like, or at work or whatever. Incorporate it into your life so that people can see it fitting into your life because they want to see that. They want to be able to connect with that. Don't use stock pics. Don't, honestly, like, you need to show people how it fits into your lifestyle. That's important. And really, really connect with them on the education piece. And here's my kind of challenge for everyone on the call. I think it's so important that you show people that you are open for business and you show up consistently on social media. I know when I'm not connecting with as many people. I'm not casting that wide net. You really need to launch your why on social media. Really thinking about like, why is it that you join Green Compass? Why is it that you want to launch this business? Why is it that you want to relaunch this business? What was it that ignited that passion in you that you could not say no anymore? So here's my challenge to you. Take some time, maybe the next couple of days, post a pic of post a pic of yourself or your family, because that is something that draws people in and they connect with. If you need to figure out what that looks like, any of us you can follow. I will tell you, Meredith Kroom does an incredible job of incorporating that and showing pictures of how Green Compass has made such an impact in her life. Follow Meredith. You can follow any of us. But really, like, look at the people that are doing the things that you want to emulate and do that, right? So post a picture of yourself, but then just literally get your notes out of your phone. Go in your notes section and just start typing from the heart. What is your why? Why did you join Green Compass? Why could you not say no any longer? And literally just speak from the heart and post it, and don't overthink it. It does not have to be perfect, but just tell people why you're a part of this amazing company. Okay, I'm done.
Great job. So I can't echo enough what you said. I mean, honestly, social media is free advertising. That's how I look at this. And we would be crazy not to take full advantage of it. You are reaching that network of people you know, those acquaintances, and maybe, I mean, I look at my friends list now and I'm like, geez, I know I said yes to their friend request because there was some connection, but like, goodness knows, she could have been my, you know, science partner in the 7th grade's cousin at this point, right? But it's still people that you're engaging with. And I will tell you, 6 years into this, I was went into this completely blind, having no sense as to what network marketing was. It was icky and scary, and came full circle to a point where I can understand, like, now, thankfully, I understand what a reach out means. But these were just words in my head before, and they made no connection to my brain. Like, what does this mean? How do I do it? And how do I not be gross and icky doing it? Those were my concerns. And we will touch on some like real easy touch points. And we're going to have some great tools for you all coming up soon where we can talk about that, which we're real excited about. But just simple verbiage. Like if you're not sure what to say, just throw a text out to someone and say, hey, how does this sound? Right? I want to connect with this person. I know on social media I saw that they were having back pain or complaining about their sleep. I just don't know how to do it. But again, be authentic. Use that 80-20 rule. So most of your posting should not be Green Compass, and, sales, and here's my link. Because honestly, this brings us to the section of connection where we understand that stories tell, right? So if you can tell a story and make that human connection with someone as to why it is so impactful, these products, if you all don't know, we have an entire testimonials page where you can go in and just read through these testimonials. You're not going to find diagnoses in there, but you will find testimonials from people about how different products have affected them, their families, their hairdresser, whatever it is. So dip into those and literally copy and paste those testimonials to your page with a photo and saying, hey, my friend Lisa shared this. I know that this is affecting somebody out there, and I'd be remiss if I didn't share this info. With that being said, it is the power of sharing your own personal story. So many of us fail to do this, I think. And of course, my dog is barking in the background. Um, So many of us fail to do this because we lose confidence in ourselves. We feel like, why would anybody want to hear our story? Who am I compared to, Meredith Cook's story? You are the exact person that somebody else will connect with. And that's the beautiful part about this. So have some self confidence, have some faith, and have the belief in yourself that you are worthy of this. And this segues a little bit into what I want to talk about, worthiness and not falling into that self sabotage phase. There's a lot of us, and I don't want to bust out the Kleenex on this one, but there are a lot of us that have fallen through a myriad of circumstances in our lives into the trap of feeling like, well, why should I be successful? How have I earned this? Who am I compared to someone else? And we do that, we play that comparison game. You are stealing your own joy from everything that you do in life if you fall victim to that mentality. So, what I would tell you is mindset. Work on your mindset. Again, I chatted about this last week, and I think it's because it's been such a big deal in my life. Reading Mel Robbins' book, Let Them. I can't tell you how many times I have said out loud, I've typed in a message, or I have just said to myself in circumstances that were frustrating, in circumstances where I doubted myself, whatever it is, I have echoed that term in my head, let them, right? Because there's always going to be haters. Trust me when I tell you, I'm sure there are people that look at my post and they're like, oh, Dawn and her farm animal, she's got another, goat running around with a bag on its head or something, like whatever. There's a butt for every seat. And that's fine. If those people can keep on scrolling and it is not my business what their opinion of me is, my business is how I conduct myself and how I carry myself moving forward. And if I feel like I can do that in good conscience and live in good alignment, that's all I need. And um, lean into this community of support, right? There's all of us here that have at one point in time or another felt like, I don't know if I can do this. I don't know if I'm good enough. I don't know, how I'm going to get to the next rank, whatever it is. Lean into the people around you. Please, please, please. There are people, if you don't have a good upline, go to a sideline. Look at the five of us have no gain from each other's successes, right? Other than the fact that we've built this bond and we've built this friendship. And just like people on my team, like I'm rooting for them probably more than I root for myself. I want them to get the sale. I want them to succeed. I want them to do well. And there are lots of us out here that are rooting for you regardless. So don't ever feel like you can't reach out to any one of us for that support. Connect with whomever you align best with. But think about this from one perspective, and I will start to wrap this up. These are national companies at this point that have some longevity, but Mary Kay, do you all remember? And occasionally I still see these boxes that are out that you put a little slip of paper in so you can win a free facial, right? And when I was a little kid, I put my name in a box. I think I was 12 years old. And this woman reached out to me and called my home phone number because that's all we had back then and told me that I won a free facial. And I was like, ah, this is amazing, right? Just completely enamored. I had no idea that it was a company that was trying to make connections with people. Well, guess what? That's how they did it. And Mary Kay stuck around for a very long time on that connections marketing, meaning they would try to just get somebody's ear and get them engaged. And then once they did, people would be customers for a very long time. Same thing with Pampered Chef. Now, let me ask you a question on that. Pampered Chef, you have a product that you are consuming. You know, I don't need more than one pizza stone every 8 to 10 years, probably. And an apple corer, peeler, slicer gadget is wonderful. But again, this is not a consumable product. They managed to stay around for eons using that kind of marketing where it was built, both of those companies really were brand power. They were built on word of mouth, trust, reliability, integrity, right? That's why people would spend $65 for a pizza stone when you could have gone to Walmart and gotten one for, probably under $20. But there's a quality assigned to it, just like our products. Absolutely, you could go to most vape shops or smoke shops and get a CBD product or a corner store up here, there it's everywhere. Or go to a corner store and get it for a lesser price. But it's if you don't understand the connection between the price and the quality, then you'll never be able to justify that to someone else. And somebody in my life once said to me that it was the bitterness of poor quality far outlasts the satisfaction of a low price tag. And when you're looking at a product that is truly talking about the health and wellness of others, those things matter. You don't want to have a product that you're going to get that's, $20 but doesn't actually do anything. So it's framing it out for people and it's framing it out for ourselves because if we have it in our head that things are expensive, that is going to come through when you speak to someone instead of having that mindset that we're going to flip the script, right? Because in life, we always have that ability to take something that's a little bit of a negative and then twist it a little bit more into a positive. And I think that's what we really need to be looking at is how do we take a scenario and say, absolutely. You know what? The price of this is $95 a month. So that works out to, right around $2 a day for the product. Now, when you can break things down into small bite-sized pieces, it is much more manageable for people to hear $2 a day because then it registers in their head, well, heck, my coffee is $5 a day. Or, my breakfast that I get in the morning on the way to the office is $8 a day. So when you can start to shift that script a little bit and really help people to understand better why this is something that is suitable for them, whether it's meeting the objections about the hemp versus marijuana price, whatever it is, it's educating ourselves and bringing up our own confidence with the products that help us to be better at sharing with other people. So, all right, I'm going to get off my soapbox, hand it over to Lisa. Lisa's going to wrap us up and share some really exciting news coming.
Oh my gosh. So Dawn, thank you so very much for that overcoming the objections on price. I know I'm a true believer in it's how you present it, tone, and you did that really well. Can you do me a favor while I'm chatting? Can you type that little quote? Will you type that in the chat? Because I know I didn't catch the whole thing. I was too busy marinating on it. But oh my gosh, you guys, I am so excited for what we have for you. We know that so many of you on this call are busy, busy mamas, busy women in general, whether you have a family, another business, another job, whatever it looks like. And we know that sometimes looking for things, if you're like me, I've got like 10,000 photos because I take screenshots of all the cool things of graphics or whatever everybody else does. But there's no rhyme or reason for them on my phone and I can't find them. So then I just take more pictures and I just keep going. And I also know sometimes for myself personally, managing the back office to find things gets to be a bit daunting. So the five of us, Dawn, Meredith, Kelly, Reagan, and I decided we wanted to do something specific for our teams to make this as easy as it possibly can. And because you all are on this call, you get to be our testers. So there is joys in showing up. We have created an app for you all. It's called Boards. It's actually the app itself was created, but I don't know, it's a platform, I guess is what I want to say. And we built out a board for our teams. And what it's going to be, so first and foremost, you all should have gotten from whoever your leader is on this call, information, or either you already got it or they're going to be sending it to you in just a minute, on how to download that app. Basically, you're going to download it just like you do any other app. You're going to go to your Apple Store or your Google. What is it on Android, Dawn? I don't know what it's called.
It's Google Play.
Okay, so you're going to go there. You're going to download it, and then once you have it downloaded, I need you to give your leader. I need you to let them know that you did, and they're going to send you a link so that you can access our team board. It is called Root and Rise. We are so excited. You are going to find things in there, everything from testimonials that are going to make you cry. You're going to find product information. You're going to find corporate videos that you can just very easily share. Just about anything you need should be in there. There is, we can send you also, it's very user friendly. Basically, once you're in it and you have the app, so you have the app loaded and there's a portion, it walks you through it, how to make sure you have the keyboard. Once you have that, then when you are in this app, if you see a graphic that you want to share with somebody, you're literally going to click on the graphic. You're going to click on the little up arrow up at the top, and you're going to send it right to whomever you want. Text, Facebook Messenger. Meredith, does it go in Instagram Messenger? I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Okay, Instagram Messenger. You can email it. So it is right there for you guys. I cannot tell you how excited I am for this. And I'm so excited for all of you that you get to try it first. Now, with that being said, it is a work in progress. It is a live document for us. It is going to be ever changing. We have it, I would say, I don't know, maybe 95% complete. We definitely have some tweaks that need to be done that we know of. Do me a favor, give us a little bit of grace. But if you see something that is like really weird in a folder that makes no sense, if you catch a video that doesn't work, please let one of the 5 of us know so that we can go in and fix it. We've tried to catch them all, but I'm positive we've missed some, especially with the new comp plan rolling out. So we had to go in and quickly change some things, but I don't know about you all. I'm hoping you all find it as exciting as we are. We just want to make sure it's as simple to work this business as it possibly can be. I think the thing to me, that's one of the big exciting things that's in there. There are actually verbiage. So Meredith mentioned it in regard to objections. There is a section that is objections. It literally gives you verbiage that you can copy and paste into a text or say it to somebody. I would say if you're going to copy and paste it, you probably want to change up the verbiage a little bit so it sounds like you and it doesn't sound like myself. But if you have any questions at all with the app, reach out to the 5 of us. This is something that is just for our 5 teams. It is not like a larger
Wide.
It's
Yeah.
not for the whole Growing Greener team. It's not all of Green Compass. Is there anything else I was supposed to say about that?
I would
Okay.
just like to touch on that real quick and say, in this group, we've tried many different apps over time, right? Like we all joined Voxer at one point, we did boards at one point, and our goal with this is to actually keep it current and keep it something that you want to go back to and you want to share with your teams as well. so that it is used as a tool, a support network, something for people to lean into so that it doesn't just become like another thing on your phone that takes up space, right? We want this to be working and ever evolving, and we will be updating it on our ends as things change. Whenever that new product comes out that we're all excited about, there'll be info in there about that too. But it's designed to be like a solid, easy to use platform that anybody can go into, find the tab that you're looking for, click on it, and then it opens up these other boxes and you can fine tune exactly what it is your intent is with that app, whether it's new advocate training, objections, testimonials, it's all going to be in there, and it's very exciting. So give it a shot, download it, and then give us your honest feedback though too, because if you feel like there are things in there that are missing or that you wish were in there but aren't, please bring that to us, because we're doing this for all of us. So we want it to be as concise and helpful as possible.
Yeah.
Also, whenever you go in there, right near the top, you're gonna see 2 boxes, one that says what you need to know. That's gonna be like new pertinent information that might be carrying over a longer time span. So stuff like the incentive trip, maybe some, other incentive stuff that we might have going on for that month. There's gonna be like we've got up there February 2025. We didn't put any comp plan information in there because we got a whole thing for the comp plan, so we're not gonna double dip on that. But there's also a little box at the top that says Boards App Setup. There are several videos, I say several, I think it's 3, in that little box that you need to go through that will show you how to set up your Boards app and your Boards keyboard so that it makes it easier for you to share information from this Boards app to your socials or however you're going to use it. But just take the moment to go through those 3 little Boards app videos and let it walk you through how to use the Boards app.
And I just saw your question, Jenna. Is it free or do you have to have a business plan? It's absolutely free. I know when you're signing on from a iOS device, it has that in the beginning of the setup, and on an Android, it's at the end. It's going to give you a 15-day free business account, and then you don't have to put in a credit card number or anything for it. And then it's going to automatically revert back to the free version. You can use the free version and access our board, no problem at all. So yeah, you should be all set with that. Your leaders on this call, when we hang up, that's why we asked you to make sure that we know who these, if there's anybody on as an iPhone, because we're only sending the link to the people on this call. Please do not share it. Because two things, we're super excited y'all showed up. You guys showing up shows us that you're the ones we need to hear from, because you've showed up for a couple weeks now. So super, super excited. Now remember, next week, we're not meeting on Sunday. We're meeting on Monday. We're going to have a little bit of training. We are also going to have some very brave people sharing their story. Bring your tissues. It is a definite do not miss, I promise. If you have people on your team that haven't been on one of our calls yet, please invite them. It's one that is going to rekindle the fire in your belly. And then the following week on Thursday, we are doing an opportunity event only for our teams. We are going to share about the business, the company, and a little bit about the product. And we will go ahead. Yep, it will be recorded. And that is for all of you to invite people to. You invite your network, people that are interested in the products, the business, both. Maybe they just want to support you and see what you're doing. Any of those types of things. If you struggle with how to ask people or invite them to that call, we are here to help you with that. Guess what? That verbiage might also be in that app. So please, please, please play with the app. We're going to get you all the information you need for it. And we cannot wait to hear what you all have to say. And we hope you have a really great week. And we will see you all next week, Monday, then.
Excellent.
everybody.
Thank you.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Good night.